Finance Minister Jim Flaherty has started a new task force to educate Canadians about financial literacy. According to Mr. Flaherty, financially literate Canadians will make better personal investments. The implication is clear. If Canadians had read the fine print on all those asset-backed securities, they wouldn't have gotten themselves into this mess in the first place. But wait a minute. It wasn't mom and pop investors who caused the great financial meltdown. It was self-dealing, manipulative, and immoral financial executives. They run the system, not us. They created the fragility. They designed and sold derivatives and other products that make no economic sense for anyone. They're the ones who need a course in financial literacy, not us. Let's send the bankers and brokers back to school. And I know just the person to teach them. Sergeant Credit Default. He's old school. Spare the rod, spoil the banker. That's his motto. So, let's go to boot camp with Sergeant Credit Default.
Tin hut! Soldiers! I mean bankers! I am Sergeant Credit Default. That's Sergeant Fault to you, and don't forget it. You've been a very, very naughty troop of bankers. You've caused a lot of trouble. And now you chowderheads are here to get re-educated. Pay attention, troops, or I'll twap you upside the head. Lesson 1, class, and it's a very technical one. What goes up must come down. You brokers boasted about creating value every time the stock market floated upward. But that wasn't value. That was just inflation. The great financial casino depends on mood swings, not real wealth. And remember, class, the herd never runs the same direction for long. Stay on your toes, or you'll get trampled. Lesson number 2. You can't build a house out of paper. Paper is useful for writing letters, for decorating walls, and it always comes handy in the latrine, doesn't it, troops? But for the whole house to stay up, it needs a foundation made of stronger stuff. We should never build our economy on a house of cards. Lesson number 3. Buying paper is not a real investment anyway. We're always told to save more, to buy more mutual funds, to buy more paper. What this country really needs is investment, not paper securities. Get off your cushy butts, bankers. Put all that money to work on real capital. Lesson number 4. A little schoolgirl knows all about this one, not soldiers. When the music stops, find a place to sit down. Lehman Brothers didn't have a place to sit down when the music stopped. And look what happened. Better yet, stop dancing to that tune in the first place. With less leveraging and speculators, banks could stop and take 5 without collapsing entirely. Lesson 5, you babies. In tough times, turn to the nanny state. Average workers have been told for years to stop whining and become self-sufficient. But bankers don't follow that advice. Oh no. During the crisis which was the result of your own greed and irresponsibility, you bankers were saved by $200 billion in government aid. $200 billion! That's almost as much as they paid me to provide security for the G20 summit. Now you've survived, you're making big money again, and big surprise, the executive bonuses are flowing thick as ever. Last of all, lesson 6. Go out and get a real job, you paper pushers. Do something that's actually productive. Dig a ditch, clean a toilet, preferably with a toothbrush. Fry a burger. Do anything that's useful. It's better than what you're doing now. That's enough for now, soldiers. I mean bankers. I don't like your attitude. Now, drop and give me 20.
Thank you, Sergeant Fault. And so, in conclusion, for rabble.ca, this is not Rex Murphy. This is Jim Stanford.